Hey everyone, welcome to another Tie-Dye Friday here on SoCraftastic. Today is a really fun one because I'm going to take some water balloons outside and fill them with tie-dye, and I was hoping that I didn't drop that because then I'd be all wet. If you'd like to become a member of the SoCraftastic family, click the red subscribe button below to join. It's free and fun, and you'll get to see new videos every week. And if you want to be part of the notification squad, click the bell icon, and it should notify you as long as there's no kinks and glitches going on with YouTube at that moment. You can also show your support by giving this video a thumbs up, so hopefully it can get recommended to more viewers. And since next Friday is the final episode of the tie-dye mini-series, let me know in the comment section below what other types of videos you want to see this summer. Any types of DIYs, product reviews, whatever else you guys can think of. And of course, Wreck This Journal will be coming again soon. Sorry it's been gone for so long. But without further ado, let's get into the water balloons. First of all, I want to extend a big thank you to I Love to Create, aka Tulip, for supplying me with a bunch of tie-dye and for sponsoring this video. Also, if you missed out on the last two tie-dye videos, I will link those in the description box below so you can watch after this one. Moving on to the tutorial, I'm starting off with these water balloons that I got quite a few years ago, I think from Walmart. So I'm taking one little balloon at a time and then the container of the one-step tie-dye with powder at the bottom, as you can see. Take the little cap off, and then you're going to just put the little nozzle, I'm saying little so many times, into the little balloon, and you're going to kind of squeeze a little bit so some powder gets squirted inside, and then you can feel it at the bottom. The amount of powder you put in is totally up to you. The more you put in, the more pigmented the color will be when you throw it at the shirt, and the less, of course, the more kind of watercolory and pastel it'll turn out. These water balloons luckily came with a contraption that makes it easier to fill them up. It's supposed to work with a hose nozzle, and I live in an apartment complex, so I don't have a hose in my apartment or yard or anything. So I DIY'd a nozzle life hack here and duct taped the plastic piece to our faucet in the bathroom. And luckily it worked, or I don't know how I would have filled these up. They do sell these really cool pieces online. I don't know if you've seen where it's like a bunch of little tentacle guys that come out and they look like straws, and you can fill up a bunch of water balloons at once basically, and it's amazing. I've never used one, but I think that would be so cool. Most of you probably know how to fill up a water balloon, but keep in mind to only turn on a little bit of water pressure at a time so it doesn't go crazy and pop or anything from filling up too quickly. And once you do get it to a good size, you might want to experiment beforehand with just some plain water balloons so you don't waste any powder if it does pop, if you make it too big on accident. So just experiment a little bit if you're unsure, and then carefully remove that from whatever piece you're filling the balloon on, and you're going to have to tie it in a knot. And this is very difficult, I will not lie. If you have longer nails, it is not an easy task. Unfortunately, this one had a little hole, but I was able to save it by tying a knot higher up. So it was saved, and then you want to shake it up a little bit to mix the powder around. And it does help to use water that is kind of warm, so it helps dissolve the powder more quickly and easily. Fill up as many balloons as you want with different colors, and you can use as many colors as your heart desires. Anyway, look at all the balloons that I tied on my own. Just kidding. I had my fiance Craig tie them for me because I didn't want to break my nails. Oh my gosh, how girly and diva-like does that sound? But seriously, I spent a long time growing these out, and when I'm looking at this footage, they remind me of giant jelly beans. Anyone else? After I filmed them, I carefully packaged them to transport to the park, and what I did is just put some paper towel at the bottom of a plastic bag and put that in a paper bag. Hey, cat. It popped!
You missed.
It popped! It's like on the whole shirt. As you can tell, it was kind of a windy day when I filmed, so I put some rocks on the corners of the shirt just to hold the fabric down, and it still did fly around a little bit, but it helped a great deal. So I do recommend putting something heavy so your shirt doesn't fly away when you're mid-throw. Sometimes I get really bored crafting and doing art projects inside, and filming for that matter, so this is great that you can take a project outdoors and have fun while you are crafting and creating something new. Oh dear. I also tried to do a little bit of artwork on canvas as opposed to t-shirts, but the color did not show up bold enough at all. Flash forward a little bit, a solution that I had to this is just tie-dye the fabric, and after it's washed and dried and everything, you can glue it around the canvas instead, like I've done here. And then you'll have some pretty awesome looking room decor. Back to some more attempts. I tie-dyed 3 shirts at the park, so here's one of the other ones. I didn't hit the target exactly every single time. You do have to keep that in mind and plan ahead. So that's why you want to have more balloons with color in them than you think that you'll need. Hey, throwing a quarter.
You know.
I'm done. Watch this. It worked. The balloon just pulled out my hair. It's flying towards you. If you guys have done any tie-dye projects recently or plan to do some soon, please share photos with me on social media, especially Instagram and Twitter, by using hashtag SoCraftastic and hashtag tie-dye-your-summer. Now here's some footage of what the shirts turned out like at the park, and keep in mind at this point they are still damp and I haven't washed or dried them yet, so they are going to appear more bright at this point than they will at the end, which I will show you the final results soon. Oh my gosh, this little guy was on me and I freaked out because I didn't know what it was. It's fast. Oh my gosh, look. Ah! The designs did turn out rather pleasing, and I think that they look like watercolor paintings. Also, all the shirts that I've created over the past few years, I have kept, and I usually don't even wear them. So if any of you guys are interested in maybe buying them at some point down the road, let me know, because I don't really know what to do with them. I've just kept them around, like I said, in case I ever need them for anything. It just all fell. And no matter the location that you create these at, whether it's your backyard or a park somewhere, be sure to bring some plastic bags to store them in afterward. It's best to keep your shirts or whatever you dye in a bag for at least 6 to 8 hours, but I like to just keep them there overnight while I sleep and then deal with them in the morning. And now, like magic, it is the next day in filming land. I took all the shirts out of the bags, and one at a time I am just wringing them out in the sink with water, and when the water runs clear, that's when you know that it's completely rinsed. And it is a good idea to wear gloves at this point. You could wear gloves the entire time you do this project, from fill to throw to pick up the shirts and put them in the bags, but for most of it I wasn't touching any dye, so I didn't wear gloves earlier at the park in that footage. After it's finished, you want to put it in the washing machine on a large load setting, and if the colors are similar you can wash them together, then dry without a dryer sheet. And here's what they turned out like after. They're kind of like a pastel unicorn watercolor print. The colors are more subtle than normal because of the high water concentration that I mixed with the powder. But like I said, if you do increase the dye amount, you could get shirts that are a little bit more vibrant. And please excuse that they are kind of wrinkled because I forgot them in the dryer for a couple days, and yeah. You can get all the tie-dye you need for these projects and more from TieDyeYourSummer.com, and when you sign up, you'll get 15% off your first order. How exciting! The website, which I will link below, will give you guys tons of inspiration because it features a bunch of different projects and techniques for you all to try. There is one more tie-dye video left in this mini-series, so I hope to see you guys back here next Friday for that one. Popping on the shirt. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am extremely excited to get outside and do some more projects that require me to leave my apartment because, let's face it, I am in this room far too often and in my bed and pajamas during the week and everything. So yeah, life of a at-home YouTuber. So I'm hoping to do a lot more outdoor filming for you all. Let me know what you thought of the format of this video. I did kind of more like a vlog tutorial-ish type filming. That's more fun for me. I hope it's more fun for you. It kept me more entertained, and I'm sorry if any of you guys have a phobia of spiders. I didn't put a disclaimer in anywhere, but he's a little guy. He wouldn't hurt you. Don't worry. I always try to move so you can see the hedgehog, but I'm blocking him today. As always, if you want to know more about my life, you can follow me on social media. All the links are in the description box below. And I hope to see you guys back here for my next video, which will be very soon. I am working on getting back on track. So I don't know what I'm saying. Wow. When you try to say bye and you can't. Okay, have a great rest of the day. Goodbye.